We've got a neat show coming up here. It's a nice interview, and there's going to be some really good tips and practices that any of you guys could implement right away. That'll make a big difference. First of all, I just want to remind you, as a loan originator, got to get the renovation loans under your belt, man. We say this all the time. If you haven't done it, just get it done. Remin is here to help you. Soup to nuts, man. Start to finish. They just take care of everything, man, and it will open up new business for you. So click the Remin banner you see right here. It's over on your right, or look straight down below on the website. You'll see the banner there. There's a link around here on Facebook somewhere. Get started with Remin on renovation loans right away. Now, on with the show.
Hey guys, Brian Stevens here with the National Real Estate Post. I have my good friend Anthony Mosley, who works at Van Dyke Mortgage. He's a loan officer. He's become something of a local celebrity with his business, and he's a trainer of both real estate agents and loan officers. And by the way, does a fantastic job with it. So I want to talk to you about a couple of things that I think are really important that we spoke about beforehand. I want to speak about having a mentor, taking a good loan app, and thinking outside of your purview when you're making a video or sending out a message to anybody. But first of all, how important is it for a loan officer or a realtor for that matter to really have a great mentor who can help them out?
It's absolutely one of the most important things to have. A mentor, I guess we talk about this theory of time collapsing, where what that essentially means is you're taking someone's experience and you're condensed it into a smaller period of time. So for instance, I've been doing this for 20 years, man. I have failed. I have gone through it all. I have done some really stupid things to learn what I know now. So someone wanted to know how to do certain things in our business, find someone like myself who's done it and been through it. And the theory is you don't need to take the 20 years of failure and loss that I took and the mistakes I made to learn what I've learned over those years. So you can condense them in, learn them over a shorter period of time, thus, the collapse of time. You should always have a mentor or a coach, someone who's done it before. The question shouldn't be, the question shouldn't be, how do I do it? It's who did it and learn from them.
It's so interesting that you say that, because me and Frank, we've been doing videos since video really began. And I've always told people we've learned everything through the rearview mirror. Like, oh, that worked, that didn't. But we had to try it first to see if it did or did not work. And so what I can do is I can take my, 15 years of shooting videos, and I can take all the best points and I can share that with somebody, and they can get up to speed in a very short period of time. That's what you're talking about, time collapsing. And that's why having a mentor is so important.
That is correct, man. Very important. Sorry, man. I'm at a high school basketball game, and they're having a good time. I mean, you're a loan originator, right? Your job is to take a loan application. Your job is to pre-approve people. One of the most important ways to keep ourselves in business. Right now, we're in this technological era where we're trying to be outdone by cell phones, apps, computers, where a robot, out there, what they're calling them robot, click funnels, whatever, could take a loan application, get someone pre-approved for a loan, move on. So that's great. That's great for the upper echelon, your top 20% people. But complexity is what's keeping us in business right now, right? And our job, in order to keep our security within the marketplace, is to show epic benefit. So taking a good loan application, filling out all the blanks, not only that, but it builds a flipping relationship with you and the client, right? So that's your time to learn everything about them, who they are, what they like to do. And, that's something no machine could ever do. So secure yourself in the marketplace by, that good 30-minute to an hour loan application.
Dude, it's the age-old, real conversation. You have these people. It's always been this way. Like taking a good loan app up front or not taking a great loan app, kicking that can down the road as far as you can every single time. Tracy Kearns, who is one of my mentors in this business, she said every time you pick up a file, you take that file as far as humanly possible. You contact everybody. And it's really weird in today's day and age. Like, people are still taking bad loan apps. I mean, what's the purpose on that? I mean, it's huge.
Man, when you hear an underwriter get to you and go, or a processor and say, hey, there's not 2 years of job history in here. Like, we get paid a lot of money. A lot of loan originators out there get paid more than most doctors and lawyers. Get back to the basics. Take the loan application. It's filling in blanks. I mean,
Right.
I've been doing this so long, I could do it off the top of my head in a conversation. But,
Sure.
you know, like I said, build the relationship. People are vulnerable during that time. They're giving you all their personal information. You know, don't rush through it, man. Don't try to, you know, get them to bed so quickly. Get to know them a little bit.
I mean, that's really kind of the big thing, isn't it? Is we have like turned people into data so quickly that we have to understand there's people, emotions, and family on the other side of these things, and you have a professional obligation to really have that conversation with these people and give them their due diligence as a full-time professional mortgage loan officer. Like, why wouldn't we do this? This one becomes kind of like, you know, head cracking to me, but still people are sometimes not taking those great loan apps. It's really trippy. Now, here's what that I really like that I think you've kind of chimed into is when you shoot a video, send a message, an email, a text, or whatever it is, and you're doing it for marketing purposes, you have to understand like what the experience of the person receiving your message is going to be. And is that going to be interesting to them, or is it going to be a sales pitch type of thing? So let's talk about like taking your head outside of what you're doing and like seeing the world apathetically from, you know, a consumer standpoint or possibly a realtor standpoint.
Yeah, the number one thing I tell real estate agents and loan originators all the time is stop thinking like the loan originator. Stop thinking like a realtor. Think like your consumer. Think like your database, right? Think of who you're targeting. And you know, we were talking about this earlier. This is something Zillow did, A+. This is how Zillow took over the market. Zillow marketed to people the way people wanted to be marketed to. They gave them something of value, the way they wanted it done, not about they wanted. You know, not, hey, we're Zillow, we do this, that, and the other. It's almost like the Simon Sinek theory: your why, your how, and your what. It's the total about. It's about the consumer. People like to tell you about themselves. They want the fastest way to consumer's heart is to show your interest in them, right? They are doing one of the biggest things in their lives, and it's about them. So when you're marketing or whether you're talking to them, make it about them. It's not about us. Don't talk about how cool you are, how cool your company is. Let's make it about them. And I mean, take some hints from Zillow. It's a highly successful company. I mean, it is all about the consumer on their website.
You are one of my favorite in the world. Anthony Mosley with Van Dyke Mortgage is like, he's my bro, man. You are a guy who's helping me make this whole thing work out. So thank you, my friend.
Hey, man, you just said something that brought something into my head. You and I had this whole talk about being a doer earlier, right?
Yep.
What you're proving now, man, is it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be miraculously. We got the dudes walking past with a piece. We got the kids in the background. I just swore. Here's the thing, man. If we didn't do this, then nothing would have happened at all, right?
This is the personification. People either do or they don't. Like loan officers and realtors, they fall into two categories: I do or I don't. And this is the personification of the conversation that we had earlier. And brother, I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, man. I appreciate you. Everything you do for us, anything you ever need, let me know. And thanks for being a doer, man. It's hard to find other doers out there. Just do it.
just do it. All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, see you, bro.
There you have it. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on all this in the comments down below. And do us a favor. You can share this by clicking the Facebook button down there and start a conversation. That'd be great as well. If you're meeting us for the first time, subscribe for free in your upper right-hand corner. And don't forget, if you need any non-QM lending services, you want to talk to Oak Tree, our new non-QM sponsor. Their banner is over on your right or just down below. Catch you guys later here at the National Real Estate Post.